G'day there, it's Duncan here. Let me ask the question no one in Canberra wants to answer. How much is too much? In just 12 months, migration numbers are pushing toward 500,000 people. That's a lot of people. And yet, where's the planning? Where's the infrastructure? Where are the houses? Because right now, this doesn't look like a strategy. It looks more like numbers first, consequences later. Migration built this country, no doubt about it. But there's a big difference between building a nation and overwhelming it. You can't bring people in at record levels without building homes, roads, hospitals and schools to match. That's not growth, that's pressure. Because Aussies aren't living in policy papers, they're living in rental queues, traffic jams and rising costs. And right now, the system isn't keeping up. And here's the part that gets deliberately twisted. Albanese argues that one nation's politics are aimed at creating division by setting Australians against each other. No, Albo. The surge in support for one nation reflects growing frustration among Australians over rising living costs, high migration levels, and a belief that these concerns aren't being properly addressed. And there's many others. Too many to mention. And Albo, high migration levels are contributing to inflation pressure. Maybe it's worth having a frank conversation with Chris Minns to get a more grounded perspective on it. Good people migrate to Australia to build a better life, raise their families within the Australian culture. That's why they come here. And they contribute to the country and ultimately take pride in becoming Australian citizens. But Aussies are concerned that migration hasn't been properly managed for decades, and a small minority with harmful intentions are bringing their culture of hate that clash with our Aussie culture, and they then create their own tribal communities and will never assimilate. They exploit welfare and regulatory loopholes, including areas like the NDIS. They also engage in illicit activities such as drugs and illegal tobacco and erode social cohesion over a period of time. Even countries like Canada are pulling back on migration to ease housing strain, and it works for them, so why aren't we?